Hi folks, it's Evo here from Thundermist Lure Company, and welcome to today's very special episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. It's special because it's dedicated to my father, Corrado Koya, who recently passed away due to colon cancer. And it's also special because it's dedicated to each and every one of you, as we've all gone through some pain and suffering at some point in our lives, and you may even know somebody who's having a difficult time right now. In fact, you may be even going through some difficult times yourself. So the theme of today's episode is spending time with friends and family and enjoying our time on the water. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. Hey Phil, when it came to our father,
yes,
I think his most favorite two species for freshwater fishing, I think, would have to be perch and bass.
Oh, most definitely. Yes.
Most definitely. And I don't know which one would be better. Catching, he used to love setting those hooks on those smallies.
Yeah.
But he also loved bringing in those nice yellow jumbo perch.
And he hated gobies.
He hated gobies, yeah. So today what we're gonna do, we're gonna fish one of his favorite two. We're gonna go for smallies today. And what we're doing, folks, is we're running tube jigs. We're fishing out here in Lake Erie. And it's funny, I know my father used to always use live bait, and then we got him on the tube jigs, a number of years ago. And he got the hang of it, and he really liked it.
And you know what? He always used to outfish us every time.
I don't know how he did it, but
He's 77 years old and used to outfish us.
he always caught
time.
he always caught the first fish.
Yeah.
He always caught the biggest fish,
Right.
and he always caught the most fish.
Yeah, I couldn't understand it.
I guess that's what fathers do. But you know, the technique we're using, which we use with him all the time, is drifting. And that's what we're doing today. And when you're drifting, the key is you want to cover, well, you're covering water. That's what you're doing. You're working over different structure and covering water, as opposed to putting your electric motor in and working a hump or an isolated spot. We're actually trying to cover as much water as we can. And one of the techniques in doing so, I would cast off to the one end of the boat, Phil would cast off to the other end of the boat, and my father would cast off to the middle. And basically he would just drag the tube jig, and what Phil and I were doing by casting off to the front and to the back, as you're drifting, your line actually swings eventually to the front of the boat and comes this way. So by doing so, you're able to cover all the water off to the front of the boat, all the water off to the back of the boat, and all the water on the side of the boat. So it's a very, very effective technique, and we're hoping to get some bass today, so stay tuned, folks. We're sure to have a great show. Phil, we're on. That was a good pickup. Hey?
Yeah?
I don't know if you saw that hit or not.
No?
Actually, you got the net there. Feels like feels like a decent fish. That was a nice pick. I'm running 10-pound test braid right now, and that's all you need for these bass. And of course, I'm running a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader as well, because you don't want to run braid straight to the tube. You always want to run a mono or a fluorocarbon leader. There he is, Phil.
Okay.
He comes here. Decent bass.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Very nice. Chunky.
Now there's a good start to our day.
Wow.
Right there.
Beauty.
Nice size bass. He's got to be 2.5 pounds maybe. I'm gonna say. Nice hook set.
Very nice.
Take that out if I can. It is a good hook set. Come on. There we go. Nice start to our day right there,
Very
right, Phil?
Excellent. Yeah.
So there's the first one. I guess our father wasn't here to get the first one, but I'm a father, so
There you go. Yeah.
I guess that counts too, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, nice start to our day. Boy, he's chunky. Actually, that might be.
That's a nice fish.
You know what? He's a 3-pounder. He's really thick. I don't know if you could tell on camera there, but he's a real thick, chunky fish.
Color on him too.
Yeah, beautiful.
Very
And he
nice.
gave me a little salute on the way.
That's it.
A little salute on the way out.
First fish of the morning.
The first fish of the morning, and a nice fish at that. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put
Some
a,
scent on it.
yeah, I was just gonna say, you wanna hand me that scent? I'm gonna add a little bit of scent with these tubes. What you could do is you could put, very simply, just put a little bit of scent right inside the tube. Here you go. And, you know, I get asked all the time, you know, what kind of scent, or what, you know, what's a good scent to use. And quite honestly, I don't really have a favorite brand. I think they all work, eh, Phil?
Yeah,
Like-
I would say so.
They're giving you an advantage, right? They're adding scent to your lure, and they're giving you advantage. And what I just did, another thing we're doing, because we're using this drifting technique and we want to cover as much water as we can, and because we're running braided line, this particular technique, I can cast as far as I want. It's not a problem because I can feel everything, and all we're doing is drifting over top of rocks and structure. It's not like you're working a weed bed where you're just going to toss it close like if you're fishing for walleye or something like that. But with this technique, feel free to cast as far as you possibly can, and in fact you're going to cover more water that way too. So it's a very good way to cover a lot of water and get into some nice fish. So, oh, there's a hit there. Oh, I think I just missed one. Let's see if he comes back at it. A lot of times when you miss them, let your tube just drop right back down on a slack line, and see if he comes back. Because a lot of times those bass will come, they'll come right back at it, Phil.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Seen him jump out of the water.
Folks, that one, it's a small fish. He must have come 3 feet out of the water. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes on the second jump. And that's when you lose a lot of fish are on those jumps, eh? Oh, that was funny. That first jump was just beautiful, though. He come out like a torpedo. Oh, look at that. My line is all frayed. A lot of rocks and mussels down there, zebra mussels, and they just fray your line. And you could check it by just running your fingers along, but I could see it's all nicked and frayed. So I'm going to cut that off and run that again.
That line, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely weakened it. So I'll retie that jig back on real quick. Actually, well, I'm going to retie, Phil. I'm going to tie on another tube. That one was a little beat up. And I'll show you how easily these are to rig. You can rig them 2 ways, either internal or external. And I'm going to run my tube jig actually inside. I'm going to run my tube head inside the tube jig. And to make it real easy, get a little bit of scent and it'll help get you started. Just tuck some scent in there, and again, any scent you like, and then I'll show you, all you have to do, this will make it much easier now, is you take your tube head and just tuck it in, and you may have to just poke it up a bit and feed it along and into the tube itself. And again, see, it'll get stuck along the way because of the eye of the hook, and you just kind of squeeze and make it, move it forward, just like so. And then once you've got it, you'll see a little bubble there where the eye of the hook is. Just push down with your finger very easily, and that eye, you'll see there, that eye just pops right out very, very nicely, and now that's ready to be tied on right now, perfectly rigged. And you see the color I'm using, I forget the actual name, I call it Christmas tree. It's a green with some red. And Phil, I see you're just changing up as well.
I had no confidence in that brown one, so going with the green with some copper fleck.
Green and copper. Okay, well, let's see what happens with Christmas tree versus the copper. Okay, let's get tied up and back at it.
Ground Eagle?
Now that, Phil, was a subtle hit, and I think I got a nicer fish. It was a very, very subtle bite, and the thing with these bass, you definitely don't want to wait. As soon as you feel that bite, you want to set the hook right away. It's not like fishing with live bait. And you know what, Phil? When I set the hook on this one,
yeah,
the rod just kind of doubled over, so I think I got a nicer fish.
Decent one?
That's what I love, when you set the hook and the rod just doubles over. And I switched rods. I got snagged and I lost a lot of line on my other rod. And this is actually a greenish purplish jig. Oh, there he is there, Phil. There we go.
Very nice.
That's a nice fish. Actually, he felt bigger than he was, but still a nice fish. And it was a good hook set too. There we go. And that's another thing, folks. That's how I like to hold the bass, right like that. Very, very simple. Just stick your thumb right in their mouth and squeeze your thumb, just like so. For a largemouth or a smallmouth, it's a great way to handle the fish. Thought he was bigger, but they're chunky.
Lots of fun, yeah.
Oh, that's a great fish. I love it. Okay, back he goes. So, that's interesting. I got snagged up. I've got this dark green. It's got some purple and gold in there too, fleck. Now, does it make a difference? Who knows? I was getting them on my Christmas tree. You're still going with the copper?
I am, yeah.
Looks like you're retying again.
Yep.
There's so many rocks and zebra mussels out here, but I got to tell you folks, it's real easy to use these tube jigs and a lot of fun. All you got to do, let it get down there, let it get right down to the bottom. And the thing with these tube jigs, on the way down, they'll spiral on the way down.
And a lot of times the bass will see it from a distance and hammer it on the way down. But otherwise, all you got to do is just drag it along the bottom, and it'll just work its way along the bottom. Or you can hop it if you want to, take small hops and just hop it along the bottom like so. Or the other method, if you got to entice them a bit, just twitch it. Just shake your rod, bring it along, and just kind of twitch that jig along the bottom, and with the tentacles going, it'll just help trigger a bite. So right now we're using kind of a combination of all three of those, but that last one was just on the little drag, and he just picked it up real subtle. As soon as I felt that subtleness, that's when I set the hook.
There's not much wind happening right now, that's for sure.
No, the wind is shifting.
Need to give it some action.
The wind is shifting, and if it picks up a bit, it'll only get better out here. Okay, Phil, I thought I'd move to the front of the boat here, and this is why, right here, that's what's messing us up and cutting our line. All these zebra mussels that I just hooked into. That's what's invaded Lake Erie right there. Zebra mussels, and they are sharp, and they cut your line, they nick your line, they make a mess of your line. But you know what? That time I'm okay because it came right on the hook. And I'm back out there, and Phil, I see you're retying again.
Oh, I just got cut off.
Did you get cut off?
Yeah,
Probably by a zebra mussel.
probably was.
Oh, right where he should be, eh, Phil?
He was.
Right. As soon as we went over that hump, I was just looking at the graph there, and we were over that hump, and no sooner did you set the hook.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good fish.
Wow, he's turned right out.
That's a good fish.
After a few hours in between, finally got
Oh,
one.
that's a good one. Nice color
Beautiful
to
color,
him.
eh?
Nice color.
Very nice. That was a lot of fun.
That's a nice bass.
Beauty.
Love the colors on him.
Yeah. Well, back in he goes.
Well, there's one, there's more. Maybe we'll pick up another quick fish here.
And down he goes. Oh, Mr. Smalley.
Yeah, he picked it up and swam right towards you. Nice. That's a nice fish.
It's not huge, but right on the side of the mouth.
Good hook set?
Well,
Oh.
really.
Well, he picked it up and swimming towards you. That's what it was.
yeah,
Nice.
not very big at all, but
Oh, it's a nice solid 2-pounder anyway.
yeah.
Beautiful colors.
Very nice.
Nice fish.
Back in he goes.
Oh yeah.
Let's catch another day.
Nice. What an unbelievable day out here it is today. This is amazing. I love it out here. Oh, it's such a great day, eh, Phil?
It's an awesome day.
Catching fish, it's just a bonus. Mind you, I like the bonus. But what an unbelievable day. I love it out here. It feels like a decent fish. Oh, he's dogging it, Phil. He's right under the boat now. Oh yeah. I'd have to loosen my drag just a bit. Oh, he's fighting strong. These fish are really
I
strong.
think he's fighting me because I think I'm hung up on yours.
Oh no. Oh, it's a walleye. It's a walleye.
walleye?
Bonus walleye. Yes, look at that. And I got your line too.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
Oh, ho, ho. Look at that, folks. And he just came off the hook. What a way to end the day. Right there.
Wow. That's a nice
Right
bonus.
there, Phil.
Good job, Evo.
Hey, nice bonus, Mr.
Very
Wally.
nice.
Well, I know we brought some lunch with us today, but it's such a beautiful day. I think we should stay here right
Sure.
till dinner time. And you know what? I think I had leftovers on the menu. I think I'll bring this home. We'll call our wives and say we'll have some fish dinner. But you know, they say life is short and time goes by really quickly, and it really does.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, Phil, we just got to stop and pause a little bit along the way. Take the time, enjoy the great outdoors, spend the time with some friends and family, and have some great days on the water. Well, I sure hope you've enjoyed today's very special episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. It was special for us. I sure hope it was special for you. And as always, folks, until next time, good luck and good fishing.